Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. It has been a while. I've done mostly like tutorials, but this is another one for a change, and it is my November favourites. I am way behind compared to everyone else, but I'm never consistent on favourites, so you have to deal with it. Every so often I'll fancy doing one, and if I had the time to fit it in I will do as well, but I'm going to try and get back into rhythm. Especially for winter, I think it's the ideal time to get into doing favourites, because what else are you going to do except for go out in the freezing cold? Even though it is a November favourites, I have a lot of new products that I'm going to introduce that have been and will be for, I think, a very long time my favourite products. Keep watching and enjoy. First products I'm going to introduce are beauty, and they are brushes. I probably have way too many makeup brushes. You can't have enough as such. I think, you know, the more the better, because each and every brush has their own kind of purpose, but you'd be surprised by how different each brush can be depending on what they're asked for. For example, an eyeliner brush can easily be an eyebrow brush. So the brushes I've got today are very different, but they have a multi-purpose use and I love them. They are my holy grail brushes. They are a very big investment, but I think ideally they are the best investment that I've come across in a very long time. So the first brush I have is Charlotte Tilbury. Again, this was a big investment. This price is at £38 for the brush, and it is a powder and sculpt brush. These brushes are amazing. They are very different from Zoeva, or they are very different from Illamasqua or MAC. You can tell they're high quality. They're just definitely worth it, and they are designed in the most beautiful way ever. Firstly, rose gold and burgundy, which I think are a beautiful combination of colours. Definitely reflects the Charlotte Tilbury kind of look and what she's aiming to get really out of the brand. But this brush is two purposes, and I think it is spot on. It is kind of like a slight tapered brush. It goes in at the top. It's very soft, but it's got a dense base, so it can sort of really blend out quite well with that being too sort of light and not enough sort of structure and hold to the brush. I use this for bronzing, just to buff out a contour line and to add a bit more colour to that contour line, but also as well, this is just brilliant for a little light dashing of blusher. It's perfect. It blends out perfectly, whether it's a really cheap product or a really high-end expensive brand. No matter the quality of the product, it will still work its best to make sure that you have a flawless look, and I think it's brilliant. It is a worthy investment, but it is ideal. And the one thing I love about this product, it's got a great hold, so whether you're left or right, it's got a lot of ridges in it. Now the purpose for these ridges aren't because they are for left or right-handed people, they are purely, which is why I think it's brilliant, and what idea that Charlotte brought up is that they don't roll. So obviously on hand they would do, but on a surface they don't roll off the side. I find a lot of brushes tend to roll off tables, sides, and you just kind of endlessly trying to hunt around for that brush, or if not losing them. But it's such a beautiful hold, and I think it's an amazing brush. So the next brush I have is the Kevyn Aucoin contour brush. A little bit similar to that one, but it's a different purpose, and I've just kind of discovered and adventured how well it is compared to also the Charlotte Tilbury. So this one is a contour brush. I love the design of this. It's got a sort of clear outer casing and a kind of like red shimmery inner casing. It's quite chic. It's quite sort of high-end looking, and I love it. And it's got a beautiful hold on it. It's a very sort of short, dumpy, sort of slight round end brush, and ideally it's to sit kind of in between and just underneath your cheekbones, so it doesn't kind of give you, like the NARS brush, as a sharp line, and it doesn't quite give you sort of a real brash large line that you would do maybe with a bigger brush. It just sits comfortably right in that little spot there and just kind of gives you a perfect blend. Now I use this with a contour colour to kind of sculpt out a little bit. I then use Charlotte Tilbury brush just to buff it out, and these two together combined work so well. This one's £32 if I'm correct, maybe just a little bit off, and I got this one from Space & K. It was definitely something that I didn't think to look for or didn't see beforehand. I just kind of went in there and noticed that they had a selection of good brushes. I have two items from Kevyn Aucoin, and I've kind of got that kind of bug. I quite like that brand, and I noticed they had this brush which was amazing, so I kind of sort of went in, had a little rummage, and I thought give it a go. No one else has got it. That's the thing. I've never seen anyone else speak about it or mention about it, and I kind of want to spread the word because it is an incredible brush. It's multi-use. You can do a lot more with it. You can apply highlighter, or you can use it to contour, or you can also use it to kind of buff in a little bit of a transition colour. So it's great if you want to take it out and about with you, or if you're on holiday, or if you're not at home and you want to travel with your makeup. It's a brilliant brush for that, but I think it's an all-round good product, and I definitely recommend it. So the next product I have is a product that every beauty blogger, person, friend, everyone has, and I'm the kind of person, whether it's beauty or not, I will be the last person to jump on that bandwagon. I don't want to be the one that's so eager. I want to see what everyone else is going to say about it, and then I will get involved. It is a NARS Sheer Glow foundation, and I have the colour Deauville, never know how to pronounce it, which is a light foundation. Now, I went on to, Temptalia foundation checker website thing, matrix. I always go on here just to sort of see what similar matches that I have to a foundation I kind of want to get, but I already wear at the moment. So ideally the website is there for you to put your current or existing foundation colour in, and it will give you everything under the sun of all foundations and the similar or very much the exact colour in a different brand. So I put in MAC, Studio Sculpt, and obviously I got given the colour Deauville. One day I'll get this. Basically Sheer Glow. I got given this colour and I think it's brilliant. The website is great. It's not always 100% because it's always got like a percentage average closeness to how you think it, you know, exactly is, those colours. So it won't always be exact. It will just be by public and people just saying, yeah, I'm 100% correct to that colour. So this was a wild guess, but I went into the Space NK store in Bristol and I just asked the lady to colour match me, and I kind of said, I think this is my colour, but I'm not 100% sure. Got colour matched, popped it on, looked brilliant. It's a little bit pale, but I kind of took it home and thought it's going to be the one, there can't be anything in between, and it is perfect. It's even better than my Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation. I thought this would be really, really shiny. I don't know why. I think it's the name that gives that kind of instinct to think, oh, it's going to be really glowy and sticky like the YSL Touche Eclat. That's a really light but really, really, really dewy foundation. Like I could hardly powder on that. But this is not. It's really strange. It's not a sheer glow, but it's a very much a kind of fresh look. But it is one that I've held off for a long, long time, and I'm glad that I've kind of picked the right time for it. They were all right. It is a really good foundation and I definitely recommend it. So whilst I also was in the Space NK store getting the contour brush by Kevin Aquan, the NARS Sheer Glow, I spotted one thing that I kind of always noticed but never really jumped in to go for it. And a lot of people and bloggers I know have the Diptyque perfumes. I know that they do the big bottles, but I want something a bit smaller because, you know, if I don't like it and it doesn't work with me, at least I know I've got a small version. I don't have to waste so much because they are a huge investment. I went for a roll ball perfume, roll on, and it is the, I'm gonna guess it's the Eau Moheli, basically the yellow packaging if anything, and I loved this. It's roughly around £35, but if I love it I will get the bigger bottle, which is about £80. So it's definitely something to have, and I just love the design. The box is really cute. I just like the kind of illustrations, you know what I'm like. And this is how it comes in. So it's kind of like this sort of really nice, swirly, oh, not a fan of that. Also you can store that in your purse, your bag, your clutch, anything, and it will keep it safe. And it comes in this beautiful, beautiful bottle, and it's incredible. It's pretty and it's simple and it's amazing. And the good thing with this is that it rolls on, you know, really lightly. You can control it a lot better than sprays. That's what I quite like about this one. It's very delicate and particular, and it just rolls on like that. I haven't actually put any on today. It's really fresh. It's really quite a little bit herby, kind of lemons, very floral. It's kind of like wintry, woody kind of smells. It's definitely, it's got a slight similarity sort of to Chanel's perfumes. Oh, it's just amazing. Just going to smell myself for 5 minutes, it's fine. If you're looking into Diptyque, I would recommend looking at the roller balls first and then moving on to the bigger bottles. So I may have mentioned before in a makeup tutorial about MAC No. Makeup Geek eyeshadows, which I purchased a while ago. I purchased a couple because I kind of wanted to see if they were as good as they made out to be. I know that I'm probably an idiot because they are. And oh my god. Like, I don't think I'll ever buy a MAC eyeshadow ever again. Truly. I don't see why spending £10 on one little eyeshadow, whereas these cost £3-4 each, and the quality and the pigment, and oh my god, I don't want to sell it to you because I think most of you guys will know how bloody good they are. But the shadows I've got are the ones that have been mentioned in a few YouTubers vlogs. These are $5.99 each, and the palette alone was $14. But it's a beautiful kind of gunmetal palette. Makeup Geek, you've done it well. I'm gonna chuck in another palette. Now I have cheated because I did buy this in December, but we're just gonna ignore that because I gotta mention it. I'm the last on the bandwagon to jump in, but it is the Judy Time. It's Judy Time palette. This is brilliant. It was, I think I bought this and a makeup bag for like $13 overall. So it was like £6 for this, 7 maybe. It was just very, very cheap. They're just so pigmented that they kind of sit nearly on borderline with Makeup Geek, and I think that's so brilliant about it. It's a fantastic palette that does really, really well, and I think it's a brilliant palette. She's done really, really well to bring this out, and I think it's an absolute gem and need for your makeup bag, and I love it. The last beauty product before I move on to everything else that's on my bed right now is the Nautique nail polish. Now, I'm well over halfway, I just realised that. Oh my god. I bought this quite a while ago because it was recommended by Jacqueline Hill. This is brilliant. It is $9.99 on eBay. Amazon. It's on Amazon and it is amazing. This is Formula 2, so it's designed for brittle and sort of very weak nails that break quite well. Use it once a day only because obviously it's got protein in it, so you don't want to overbalance your protein in your nails. But it does mean that my nails are growing so well now, and they're not growing, it's not just the growth, it's the strength. Like, they are so much stronger. I literally recommend this to the high heavens. It is amazing stuff. Good product. 2 products next, and they are drink products because I like a good drink. Now, these 2 products I have are tea and coffee. I was going to include mulled wine and cider, but I don't have it here. So I'm going to pop a little picture up here of mulled wine and mulled cider. I started drinking this last week with my friend Sammy. Hey Sammy, if you're watching, probably not, but you should be. And we went to a place called The Stables in Bristol, and they did pizza, which is amazing. And they did mulled cider, which got me in the Christmas spirit straight away. I haven't put my decorations up. I know it's like, what, the 4th? It's the 5th. I haven't put them up yet, so that was one little kind of push to make me go, oh my goodness, I need to get involved with Christmas. But mulled cider is my most favourite thing at the moment. I am so excited to go to London and go to Winter Wonderland, drink as much mulled wine as possible, and get really pissed and run around like a little kid, which is what I do every year. So it is my favourite thing. Other 2 products though are tea and coffee. Now I have this. I don't just drink this. It's that high added things. I love syrups. Only a few, not gingerbread. But things like vanilla, caramel, and of course when the 1st of December comes, toffee nut. Now this is the Starbucks toffee nut syrup. Every time I go to Starbucks I have to have something of a syrup kind. Now toffee nut is my favourite thing. I have it in like lattes, hot chocolates, even like Americanos. I'll chuck in a bit of syrup. It is amazing. And I thought, well, if I'm buying it in Starbucks, I have to buy a bottle so I can make it at home. It's amazing. Like I don't like toffee, but I like toffee nut. It's a bit of a weird combination, but I love it. And this bottle is like 375 mils. It's quite a big bottle. You don't really need a lot when it comes to syrups, but it's like £3.95, 75, so it's a lot cheaper than Whittards, but Whittard don't have toffee nut, so this is a bit of a bonus. So if you ever really want to get into the mood of Christmas and kind of spice up your hot chocolates and coffees, definitely invest in the bottle or have a look and see at the range they have in Starbucks stores near you, and definitely get one. The other product is tea. I used to currently work in Whittard, Chelsea, and I was bewildered by the amount of tea, and I've probably been given a dictionary of information under tea that I never realised I knew or should have known about. But the tea this month that I'm drinking that I absolutely love is called pomegranate white tea. But white tea is your kind of your bad boy. It's a very particular, really healthy tea. It could be potpourri It could be. I just put in my hair. It's just like little bits of things in it. It's just like pomegranate and green tea and white tea and just bits of loveliness. Teahouseemporium.co.uk is a Bath independent tea shop. They do this, but they do also a variation as well. So definitely check it out and have a little look. So the last thing that I'm going to show you is a bit of an accessory, maybe? I don't really know what you call it. I had to get some new glasses. Now these were only just for computer work, so I don't have to wear them out and about. Probably will do if I need to read things or if I get tired. But these glasses I got because I kind of needed them. And they're just simple glasses and boots. But I thought I'd show you them because they're quite nice and I quite like them compared to the ones I had before, which were like crappy 90s glasses. These ones are a tortoiseshell kind of pink inside glasses. I think they suit me, right? Probably see the reflection of the. Boop. I think they're alright. Do you agree? Maybe. But I have to wear these now for the computer work and for editing because I can see a lot clearer this. Otherwise, without them, my eyes start doing this zzz, because they're trying to focus so much. They kind of have a little bit of a spasm. But yeah, I thought I'd add this to my November favourites because I love them and I think they really suit me and I hope they do. Please let me know if they do. So that's part of my new, my new favourite. I think that's alright. And that is my November favourites. I really hope you enjoyed it. It was such a variation. I think every time I do one, they are so random and so weird, but I hope you enjoyed it and you got a few tips from it. I always get something out of November favourites from other YouTubers and always noting down little kind of things to get. So hopefully this will help you in the future if you want to get some purchases. I hope you guys have an awesome day. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you've got any comments or recommendations, by all means, put them down in the comments below. And I shall see you guys next time. Take it easy. Bye.